Holy crap, you're fast. I just started. I haven't even posted it yet. I'm just checking if there's new content or not. If there's no new content, I'm gonna switch. Let's see. There is no new content. So I'm probably gonna switch. Or what I'll do is I'll change the title to extra. So I'm gonna put it back to 6 and then extra because there's literally no new content yet. I'm way too early. I was watching a different bit when it notified me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like I literally just went live. It's like 2 minutes. I just wanted to check if there's new content or not. Because I've seen some bits here and there, and it's like, okay, you know. But I'll probably just switch now. It's also very hot, so I can't play too long. So I'm either gonna change to this one, or I'm gonna switch to Honkai Star Rail, whatever you prefer. Yeah, no, nothing yet. Let's see. First overview. I guess we can do this one, so we have at least something. Force mode. Like the temperature is hot and I'm not doing so well. Like I think I got like a sunburn or something. No, not a sunburn, like a heat stroke. That's the word. Like my vision is a little bit blurry, and I have a massive headache, and it's very humid. Like even my AC is unable to keep up, and that's like a 12,000 BTU for a small room. So I think I'll do this quest and then I'll switch to the other one, or I may decide to lay down depending on the day, time, and the temperature. Because the longer I run my PC, the more heat it produces. Wait, I have to be here, right? Yeah, up there.
Huh? It's not a holiday or anything, is it? Why is it so lively in here?
Prepare a few more strings of colored flags. As for the celebratory wine, I'll do the quality check in person. This is our first award ceremony since the Expeditionary Force's triumphant return. We're looking to put on a show, you hear?
Leave it to us, Captain Kaya.
I haven't even had breakfast. Like I have like a container of water, but yeah, health-wise, I'm really not doing well. Like I actually have like some wounds in my mouth. I have no idea why. Like there's no reason to be wounds there. I take in my vitamins, I brush my teeth, and yet I'm just not doing well. Like it feels like my whole body is just shutting down and decaying, so to say. Like I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Oh? The Honorary Knight and Paimon. Well, this saves me the trouble of sending someone to invite you. I'm sure our colleagues from the expedition will be delighted to see such prestigious guests in attendance.
The knights are giving out awards?
Well, I'm sure you know how many knights bear unique titles, yes? Take the Grand Master's Boreas, or Captain Eula's Spindrift, for example. Some they inherit. Others have unique origins. But in the vast majority of cases, they are titles conferred to honor said knight's conduct and achievements.
Actually, let me post this on Discord. I haven't done that yet. Share, copy, paste. There we go. Now it's on Discord.
You could say that. Shame we were so busy with the issue of Dvalin's corruption back then, or we'd have held a ceremony for you too. Let me think. Why don't we make it up to you this time?
Besides, isn't the ceremony meant for the knights who are back from the expedition in triumph? We wouldn't want to steal their thunder. Plus, being honored guests is way more impressive than actually receiving a title. You know, makes us sound like big shots.
Is that so? In that case, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ceremony.
By the way, who's getting titles this time around?
Mostly those who've made outstanding contributions during the expedition. Winfried, Leifhelm, and Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company.
Wait, Ham? You mean he doesn't have one yet?
If it were just a question of personal ability, he'd have received a title before the expedition even started. But he hasn't been with us for very long, and, well, let's just say there are personal reasons for the delay. Word is that he'll not only gain a title, but also official command over 5th Company. Why, by my count, he's even set to break a certain someone's record. The youngest captain of the Knights of Favonius, of course. The previous record holder was our former cavalry captain, Diluc. I wonder what face our former captain will make when that happens.
Not at all. He will just be sitting at the bar.
I wouldn't be so sure. He smiled oh so brilliantly the day he set that record.
A smiling champion of justice, huh? Yeah, nah. Paimon can't see it.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Care to guess what title our dear Vice Captain Lowen will receive?
Gotcha! Easy! So, Lowen... Dagger Knight? Smirking Knight! Right! Punching Bag Knight! Nuh-uh! This guy's just hard to sum up! Anyway, what's his title gonna be?
That's an extra
most signs
episode,
right
though.
now point to the Benevolent Knight.
Benevolent? How's
That's
that
why
even
there's
slightly
an
associated with
E
him?
next to the number. Because it's not actually part of
Long
the
story.
main story.
Alas, it seems someone has come looking for you.
Honorary Knight! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're actually here!
Like usually when there's nothing going on, like either farming or some dailies or stuff like that, I usually put an E behind the episode number, because then people know it's an extra episode, kind of like, oh, nothing going on, but like either farming or multiplayer or just goofing around, you know, without actually counting up the number, because it's not really part of the main story, so to say. Or if the main story is not included or something like that. Like if there's barely anything going on, it's usually an extra.
The Grand Master would like you to come to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. He says he has important matters to discuss.
Varka? What important business would he have with us?
Like if you actually look at the playlist, for example. I don't know why it keeps switching. Then playlist. If you look at the actual playlist of Genshin, if I can find it here, we currently have 275 videos in that playlist. So, and some of them are quite long. You look at here, like episode 1, like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and then suddenly it will start jumping to like a lot more hours. But this is all roughly around 2 hours to 1 hour. And then let's see, when did I actually start like ramping? Oh, here it is. So episode 22, it starts 7 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour. And then I went a little bit back. And then almost 5 hours. 11 hours 50. So there's almost 12 hours. 7 hours, 6 hours. 10 hours, almost 11. Then it starts to ramp up. And you can see that there are like extra episodes sometimes. So yeah, there's a whole list of episodes.
Paimon can't say she'd be surprised. But it's not like he's never serious, so maybe something really has come up.
No, it's just I enjoy the story. Like it's not like, oh my god, favorite game. It's like I like the storyline and I would like to see what's next, and it keeps me entertained, you know. Like if you really wanna, I'm not, actually at this point I'm not sure what game I actually have more playtime on it. Probably on the Steam one. Like I think it's what you call it. Anno 1800 where I got the most from. Like Ark Survival is pretty close up there too, but if you look at my play hours, like 1000 on this one, Power World is catching up. This one also has quite a bit of hours on it. RimWorld almost 1000. This one I haven't played that much. Stardew Valley has quite a few hours on it. But Ark Survival has like quite a bit of playtime on it. And then we have some others that I haven't played that much. Like I usually played with others with that one. This one is solo game, which I haven't played in ages. 1 minute, yeah, this application wasn't really working anymore with the stuff that I wanted to do. So Atlas, I have some hours in it, but that's because I was hosting a server as well. And then all the other ones, like barely any hours. Like I stopped playing these. Actually, I never played this one. I think Conan never played it. I played this one a little, 17 minutes. To see if the server was running or not. So yeah, there's not much on these. Like the ones that I usually play are like multiplayer or single player, depends on what it is. Like the Anno 1800s usually rank up, but the 1800 is not in here. Apex never played it. Like some of these games are I still haven't played this. I have it, but never played it. I was planning to do that eventually, but I just haven't gotten to it. Dead Rising was kind of fun. This one, I need to do a rerun of it. Let's see. Never finished that. Still, I didn't like this. Like, it was kind of like, eh. Like, some of these games are like, stop playing this one because I usually played it with somebody else. But yeah, I am no longer in contact with that person, in particularly because of reasons. I just kind of had enough and I was fed up, and it's like, yeah, not worth it. You crossed the line, that's it, I'm done. And I played this quite a bit, but stopped playing because didn't really have anyone to play with. And again, I cut ties with a certain individual. This one I was just playing when I was bored. This one I quite enjoy, and I'm playing to... wait, there's an update. So yeah, I'm gonna do another run of that. Can't remember playing this, to be honest. Same with this one. I don't think I've ever played it. Yeah, 11 minutes. That's probably just menu. That's something I wanted to try out and see. I have this on a different thingy, but apparently I also have it on Steam. This one I haven't streamed because I was a little bit concerned, and I just wanted to try it out. But I'm not gonna stream this. That's one thing for sure. I'm not streaming that. Haven't played this either. I didn't even know I had this. Like, I thought of buying it, but I never thought I actually have it. I have no idea where I got this from. Now, I have played this, but yeah, I haven't really dove into it. You know, it's kind of like, eh. This one was a little bit too difficult for me. I love playing it, but at some point it just got way too difficult. Like, I just could not keep up with the pressure. But it's still fun to play, though. This one does not ring a bell. I think somebody else forced me to get it. Same with this one. Never played it. I have tried this one. Didn't quite like it. This one I played quite a bit, but that was before Steam existed. So I played this before Steam existed. That's why I don't have that much hours on it. Like, this was installed on a disc. So VR chat and Warframe I have played quite a bit, but I stopped playing due to that some things happened and I just got fed up with it. And again, I was mainly playing it with somebody else, and I'm no longer in contact with that person. But I have played it quite a bit, but I completely stopped playing it because I just didn't enjoy it. Like, the pressure was just too much for me to handle. And I was like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do certain builds. And if you're unable to maneuver quick enough, you're not going to be going any higher. Like, with the ranking system, I'm stuck. I cannot get any higher rank. And if you're not a high rank, people don't want to play with you. It's simple as that. Like, I am physically incapable of ranking up. I just can't do it. Like, my brain cannot handle the multitask required for it. Like, it's either my left hand or my right hand. I cannot use both. If I use both, it severely slows down. And I just can't do it. I completely cannot do it. So mainly I was just farming shit, and it got way too repetitive, and I just didn't care about it. And then I also had my own alliance or my own clan or whatever, and somebody took it. And then I stopped playing. We played it again, had to build a new clan, spend some money on it. And then it got taken again. And then at some point, like this is the fourth time that I set up a clan and they took it. And I'm just done with it. I'm done. Every time they want to play with me, they take my clan. And then when I stop playing, the clan that they took, they abandon it. And then they just keep taking my shit. And I was just done with it. Like, I got fed up. And I just couldn't deal with it. I spent quite a bit of cash on it. And I'm just done. I just can't. I just don't care about it anymore. I'm just fed up with the bullshit. And it's the same with World of Warcraft. I spent so much money on that stupid game. And I got fed up with it. Like I've been farming for days. I destroyed my relationship. I destroyed half my life. And people just come in and take shit. And then the the game master couldn't do anything about it because they had access to it. They were officers, completely raided the guild bank, and back then certain herbs were extremely hard to come by. And they sold one herb sold for 100 gold. 100 gold for a single herb. There were 40 stacks of that herb in the guild bank. All got taken. All of it. Like the entire guild bank. That I spent 3 days. 16 hours a day. I kid you not. 16 hours a day. Farming that stupid herb. And back then, bots were a thing. And multi-boxing was a thing. It was so difficult to find those herbs. And we needed them for potions for the raid. I farmed 16 hours a day. I kid you not, 16 hours a day. I woke up, start grinding, go to sleep, eat food, and start grinding again. For 3 days straight, all got taken. All of it. Crystals, herbs, resources, potions, everything got taken. Everything. And after that, I quit WoW. I absolutely couldn't deal with it. And also the fact I barely got taken to raids anymore because I couldn't multitask and I was a clicker. I could not like do multiple things because I couldn't raid. So I completely got screwed over. I tried my best. I really did. But I just couldn't do the damage. I just could not do enough damage. So I never got taken to raids. And at some point, I need gear. Without gear, I cannot raid. And if I don't get invited to raids, you know, like we were doing normal, and I needed gear from normal in order to do heroic. They switched to heroic, but I still didn't have gear from normal. So I couldn't do enough damage. And yeah, they moved on to do heroics. Yeah, of course I can do the damage. I just don't have the gear. And when I finally did get the gear, I wasn't good enough. So I never got taken. So I was just a farming bitch slave of the guild. That is all I did. I'm not spending 14 euros a month just to be a farming slave. You know, I had to do LFRs in order to get the content. Do you know how degrading that is? To be in a guild and you're being forced to do LFRs? To see how the story progresses? Because LFR is the only place for you to be able to see the content, because your own guild doesn't want to take you because she can't keep up. Do you know how degrading that is? You know, and you spend money on the game. It was a subscription base, so yeah. I just couldn't do it anymore. And at some point I had nobody left to play with. And on top of that, you work so hard. Then a new expansion comes out and all your epic gear or legendary gear gets replaced by a blue item or a green item. Then what the hell did you do all that hard work for? You might as well just continue doing LFRs. Like, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I used to play when the game came out, you know, like vanilla. It was hard. It took me 2 years. 2 years of my life to get to level 60. Because I couldn't read quests. I couldn't do the majority of quests because I couldn't read. And I didn't know what to do. So I had to kill monsters and farm shit in order to level up. It took me 2 years. And it was hard. You had to be attuned. Like, I remember doing Molten Core in vanilla. It was hard. You know, Onyxia's Lair, Onyx Ramus. It was hard. Q20 and Q40. It was hard. But I was there when we did it. You know, it was fun for me. You know, you had to be attuned in order to get in. So you had to prove yourself. These days, it's a fucking joke. It's literally smash your face on the keyboard and roll over it. GG, you killed the boss. I kid you not. Standing in fire, no problem. You know, I just couldn't deal with that bullshit anymore. So yeah, I completely stopped playing. It was just not worth it for me anymore. And after the last expansion I played that I actually purchased was I think when Zuluman got released, like the Battle for Azeroth after that, I think it was. You know, with the amulet that you had to like do stuff and you can purify shit with the amulet. Or whatever legendary it was. And I remember, the last thing I remember was a ginormous sword sticking into the world. That's the last time I played. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was done. But yeah, that was just in the past, you know, like it was hard. And even till this day, you know, the main reason why I play these type of games is because, first of all, I don't really have people to play with. And I am limited, you know, like with some games, like World of Warcraft, for example, I just cannot keep up. You know, my brain has issues, okay? I cannot multitask like that, so I'm not saying that I'm a retarded idiot, but I struggle with it. And people just don't have the patience for it. Like, when I play Power with my friends, like, I can go at my own pace. You know, there's no pressure. But with World of Warcraft, there's pressure. With Warframe, there's pressure. And I can't deal with that pressure. Like, even like in this game, you know, like when there's these music challenges that you have to have rhythm and all that kind of stuff. Same with Zenless Zone Zero, you know, when that event was going on with the pop star group. I kind of forgot what, like with the event when you had to do the rhythm game. I completely suck at that shit. So I just gave up. I just, yeah, not doing it. Fuck it. Then I can't complete the event. I just don't care anymore. You know, it's way too stressful, and I'm just done. Don't worry about it. Like my group list is very, very small. Like if you look at this, like this is me. I can't even remember who this is. And this is one of my friends. But as you can see, my list is relatively small. So this is my brother. Can't remember. I think this is one of my friends as well. This is one of my friends which I play every day with. This or every week. This one as well. This one, that one, and that's my dad. That's it. That's my entire friend list. So I have a very small friend list, and don't feel too offended by it, but falling into the friend category takes a lot. You know, it's like, because, you know, like, yeah, I have acquaintances. Don't get me wrong. I have acquaintances and people that I talk to and whatnot. But what other people consider friends, I consider acquaintances. You know, and what I consider as friends is what other people consider best buddies. You know, like it's because I've been hurt in the past quite a lot. So I close myself off to the majority of people because I don't want to get hurt anymore. You know, like these are people that have proven themselves. If something happens, they will be there for me. If I need cash, they will lend it to me. You know, because they know I will give it back. And if I need help, I know that they will be there. If my house burns down, they are the type of people that will take me in. You know, that's what it takes to be on that list for the majority. So don't feel too offended. Like, perhaps I can add you later. But I am very, very hesitant to add people. And it's not you guys, it's purely me, and just because I've been hurt in the past quite a lot, and I've been used and abused quite a lot, and I just don't want to go through that hell anymore. So don't get me wrong, I really appreciate you guys being here, but I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. You know, like, I've been hurt a lot, I've been cheated on twice, and I've been sucked dry in more ways than one. You know, like financially and emotionally and mentally. And I just don't want to go through that shit again because it causes me a lot of stress and a lot of unhappiness. Like, I am that type of person. If somebody asks me for help and you're in my friends list, I will literally sacrifice my own happiness in order to make that other person happy or help them out. And that caused me to lose a lot. And that's just my nature. And I'm trying to avoid from happening again. So please don't feel too offended. It's purely me. And that's just because I've been hurt in the past for way too much. And that caused it to make it a lot harder to open up in a way that, hey, I trust you with my life. You know, like all my friends, I literally blindfoldly trust them with my life. If I'm being blindfolded and I have to walk on an edge on a cliff, I will trust them blindfoldly. That's what it takes. Like trust and respect needs to be earned. You know, like, it's really difficult to prove yourself to me in order for me to open up that I decide, okay, you have earned my trust enough that I trust you with my life. You know, because that's just who I am. So, yeah, I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind playing games with you guys. I don't mind hanging out with you guys. And if being on my friends list is required in order to play with each other, that's fine. But don't be surprised if I suddenly remove you. You know, like, I sometimes clear up my friend list. And that's just something I do. You know, so if I suddenly no longer there, then don't feel too offended. That's just something I do. But yeah, if it's required in order to play together, it's fine, I'll add you. But other than that, I'm just like very hesitant. And yeah, that's just purely to protect myself. Anyway, let's get back to this.
See you later. Remember to attend the ceremony.
But yeah, I don't mind playing games. Like, that's why I also wanted to open up the Powell server after the game gets released. Is to meet new people, hang out with them, and so they have a chance to prove themselves, you know? Like, what type of person are they, you know? How are they when they're in a bad mood? How are they when they're in a happy mood? You know, that kind of stuff, you know? Like, does it click? Do we have different opinions? Or do we have the same opinions? Or that kind of stuff, you know? It's kind of like getting a feel for it. Like, I give plenty of opportunities. It's just, it takes a long time. Let's see, what else do we have here? Ooh, we got new weapons. I never pull for weapons. Never. Because there's no point. Like, you already get weapons when you pull the banner. We can go away. Let's see if we can actually get some primo gems. And before you ask, see, I have never purchased any of these. Now I have gotten these sometimes from donations. It's like, oh, here's a donation, buy that. Okay. So I have gotten these, but never these. As you can see. Free to play. Oh, I just don't have enough. Okay, need to go there.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm not saying like, hey, you have to give me money. I'm not saying that. It's like, you know, it's like, because I have a lot of trauma from my past, you know, like also when I was a kid, I was literally being beaten up by my dad's girlfriend. And I wasn't allowed to do anything. Like, I have a lot of dark things in my past. You know, even till this day, it still riles me up. Like, if you want to hear it, I don't mind sharing it, if you like to hear it. But I've been through a lot. You know, I attempted suicide multiple times when I was little. I got bullied a lot. And because of my handicaps, people didn't quite understand me. I got bullied every day. It was unsafe for me to go outside. And I had only a handful of friends. And then when I landed up on the street and I had to live on the street for 2 years, I was literally left to die. And that, when you realize that, it changes you. It forces you to change. You know, when you think you have friends, and then it turns out you're being used, that does something to you. That will force you to change. Because if you don't, it will literally cost you your life. Literally. That's how bad it was. Like, you think your school days are bad? Man, that's nothing compared to what I had to go through. Like, literally. Living on the street for 2 years with no support. Like, I didn't even know there were homeless shelters. You know, I was completely left to die. How do you deal with that? You know? Like, how do you survive? When you literally have nowhere to go. You have no money, and the only thing you own is the stuff that you wear. That's the only thing you own. Like, luckily for me, I still had, like, a workplace. Like a temporary workplace where you learn how to work. Because back then I was still in school. So every morning, because I worked in a restaurant and a kitchen, every morning I could take a shower there. I can wash my clothes. So during the day, I was fine. But during the night, I was alone. I was sleeping on the bridges. It was cold during the winter when it was snowing. You know, it wasn't easy. I couldn't live with my mom. And I couldn't stay with my dad because I was still in school. My mom thought I was at my dad's place, and my dad thought I was at my mom's place.
Should we really be off work this early?
And there was
There's still a
no
lot
way
left
that I
to
could
do.
stay at my mom's. She already kicked me out of the house 3 times. And because I looked too much like my dad, my mom kind of took it out on me. So there was no option. So I chose to live on the street because I had no other choice. Because if I stayed with my mom, I would have fought back eventually. And it would have ended me up in jail. And I didn't want that. So I chose to rather live on the street than end up in jail. It was that simple. Like, at some point, my mom was
It's so nice to de-stress.
like reaching her limit that she physically slapped me in the face. And I was like, hit me again, and I will clock your lights out. I don't care if you're my mom or not. I will not stand here and be your fucking punching bag. I don't care if you're my mom or not. I don't give a fuck. I am not your fucking punching bag. The first slap is for free. If you slap me again, that's assault, and I am not gonna let you pummel me. I will fight back. I've been beaten up more than enough in my lifetime, and I refuse to be a punching bag. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the king or queen. I don't care if you're my mother or not.
Should we
I
really
will
be off work
not
this early?
Let
There's still a
you
lot
beat
left to
the
do.
shit out of me. So if she had slapped me again, I would have clocked her lights out, guarantee. Luckily she didn't. But that was the final straw, and that's when I decided, okay, I can no longer stay here. Because I know I will snap at some point, she will slap me again, and I will snap. I will snap and I will fight back. And it will fall under
It's
self-defense.
so nice to de-stress.
Now granted, I'm a man, I'm stronger. And you shouldn't hit women. But women shouldn't hit men either. Regardless of what gender you are, you shouldn't hit each other. And it's an excuse that, yeah, I'm a woman. I don't give a shit. You still have 2 hands. You decide to slap and attack me, and I'm not gonna be your punching bag. Yeah, you're a man. You should take it. Fuck that. That's not equality at all. It's just being a fucking punching bag. And women use the excuse, yeah, I'm a woman. I am weaker than you. Yeah, so? Does that give you the right to slap somebody else? These hands are rated for everyone, okay? I don't give a fuck if you're a woman or not. If you hit me, I'll hit you back. I don't care what you are or who you are. First slap is free. The second one, that's deliberate assault. And I have the right to defend myself. And it's the same with my mom. When she slapped me, I gave her the look. It's like, slap me again and you're going out. You know? I am not a punching bag. I have feelings too, and it hurts. And I'm not gonna be a punching bag. Nobody should be a punching bag, regardless. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You know? Like, where's the equality? They demand equality, well,
Should
now
we
you have
really
it.
be off work this early?
You know, like,
There is still a lot left to do.
why is a woman allowed to slap a man? Why is that tolerated? That just proves that there's discrimination going on. It's pure discrimination, but nobody talks about it. Now, this is just how I view the situation. You know, regardless on what gender you are. Granted, men have taken up the role to protect women because they are physically stronger. That's a fact. but that doesn't automatically give women the right to beat and abuse their given privileges, so to say. Like, women expect men to open doors. Men supposed to protect women, okay? But what do men get in return? What is the woman providing for the man for that service? There's like, yeah,
If you lie on the
you
grass,
can have me.
feel the heartbeat
What
of
do
the
you
ground.
bring to the table? You know, it's a give and take. You want these services? Okay. Nothing is free. It has to be an equal trade. What does the man get in return? You know? What can the woman in a relationship give to a man that other women can't do? You know, if it's purely for 18 plus content, they can go to a brothel. They don't need you specifically. What can you specifically do that earns you those services?
Should we really
like
be off work this early?
protection,
There's still a lot left to do.
opening doors, going out, you know, that kind of stuff. And nobody's almost able to answer that. You know? You want me to protect you? You want me to be there for you? You want me to open the doors? What does the man get in return? If he asked for you to make a sandwich, for an example, apparently that's too much to ask these days. Well, if you're not willing to make a sandwich, why should a man be willing to protect you? If you're not willing to give emotional support, then why should a man open the doors for you? Why, like in that, if a woman doesn't have to give anything to deserve those services, then men are nothing more than slaves. It sounds harsh, but that's reality.
It's so nice to de-stress.
You know, you want something, then give something in return, in my opinion. You know, these days women feel so privileged. You know, they're so entitled. Like, you're a man, you should pay for the date. Excuse me? Like, I don't even know you. And you expect me to pay for the date? It's like you want me to be real, and yet you're putting layers upon layers upon layers of makeup on your face. So I'm already getting a fake person. Like, personally, I prefer women without makeup. You know, I prefer women that are real. You know, no, like injections, no Botox, no BBLs or makeup or bullshit like that. Okay, it's fine if you want to look pretty, but be real. You know, don't put like layers upon layers upon layers. You know, but that's just my personal opinion. Personally, I don't really care how somebody looks like. I prefer the character of a person. You know, to be loyal, to be truthful. You know, to be real. And not lie out of their teeth, you know? I don't care if you have a couple of freckles. As long as you're a good person. At least in my opinion. But that's just how I see
Should
things.
we really be off work this early?
You know, I read... Like, you can have the most beautiful women in the world. But she can be an absolute rotten to the
Any
core
questions
person.
about the award ceremony arrangements? Perhaps. Are you even listening?
Mm-hmm. Okay. No objections.
Lowen.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Can I go now? Yeah, thanks a lot, Grandmaster.
Hey, get back here. What is it with you young people these days? When I first earned my title, I was so excited I couldn't sleep a wink all night.
Huh?
Oh? And how many barrels of wine did you guzzle while counting sheep?
That's not the point. Forget it. I know you're not interested in a knightly title, or the position of captain. But it's Adorno's final wish to have you inherit the title of Benevolent Knight before he officially retires. You've been back in Mondstadt for a while now, and you're usually stationed at Dornman Port. Have you not thought about going to see him?
Hey, there have been too many reports to file since our return from the expedition. I haven't been able to find the time.
Oh.
Wait, was that my
Odd
mom?
that the handwriting on the reports you've submitted looks rather like Gunther's, wouldn't you
Hold on.
say?
Ugh,
think
can't
I heard my
handle
mom.
the paperwork. He still needs more training.
Anyway, go have a good talk with Adorno. We'd like a smooth transition for both the title and the position of captain. Consider this a direct order from yours truly, the Grand Master, so don't go using work as an excuse, you hear?
To hear
Don't
things.
look so worried. I have a rough idea of the agreement you two made before the expedition. If you need someone to cover for you, I mean, considering Adorno's special circumstances, I can make an exception and go with you.
Forget it. You
Oh
two
my
have
God.
worked together for so long, he'd see right through you with a glance.
Jesus
True.
Christ,
And
humidity is
besides, I've
insane.
got other matters to attend to. Is there anyone else you can take? Someone convincing, but not too close to Adorno. Do we have such a knight here in Mondstadt?
That knight you speak of has just arrived.
Sorry, I'm just downstairs. I'm grabbing some food. I thought I heard my mom, like, for real. I'm literally losing my mind right now. I'm hallucinating. My brain is so fucked up right now. Yeah, I went through a lot. Like I said, like, if you want to hear what happened on the farm, it's extremely dark, but if you want to hear it, I don't mind sharing it. But yeah, stuff like that changes you dramatically. And you're kind of being forced to change, because if you don't, you literally won't survive. That's literally what it comes down to. But fair warning, it's really dark. And very tough to hear. And I may get angry, but it's just because I went through a lot. And once you hear the story, you'll understand why. But yeah, there's a lot of unfairness. And yeah, it forced you to change. It's that simple. Whew. It's not easy, that's for sure. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind sharing. Oh shit. Oh. There we go. Yeah.
I was troubled. Troubled, I tell you. But then, I just happened to see you two walking by from the window. This must be the Animo Archon's guidance, don't you think?
Oh. Paimon's not sure what's going on yet, but you just want us to help you scam someone, don't you?
Oh, no, not at all. Honesty is a knight's badge of virtue. I'd just like you to play the part of my friends. And corroborate some of the expedition's events while you're at it. Relax. If I say a single lie, feel free to punch me, alright?
Wait, there's a ton of problems with that. We didn't even meet up with Varka until the very end of the expedition. And we didn't run into you in Nocry either.
Alright, speaking of friends, I've heard tell of a certain friendly custom. The friendship fee. Here, I insist.
That's a lot of friendship.
I receive an allowance for special missions. Guess it all piled up before I knew it. I don't really have any use for so much money, so why not give it to a friend?
You know, We could always do with another friend, don't you think?
Like, if it comes to like communications, like everybody needs to learn how. You know, that including me. Like for me, I'm not that good with communication either, especially due to my handicaps and due to my brain being fucked up. I have a tendency to repeat myself, and I don't even realize it. And the majority of the time, I get misunderstood. But I always try to treat people the way that I would like to be treated, but it does have limits. You know, if somebody's being rude to me, then that connection is gonna fade real quick. You know, but that's just who I am. Like sometimes you need to go through something in order to learn a lesson, in order to make a change. You know, sometimes something dramatic has to happen before you're finally able to learn it. Like first, you get like hints, like, hey, you need to change this. And then if you keep making mistakes, it's gonna come back at you every single time. And it's gonna keep coming back until you learn that lesson. And if you still refuse or ignore it, it's only gonna come back harder and harder and harder until it reaches a point of no return. Like, you have to learn it now, or you're not gonna live through it, kind of way. You know, you're gonna be alone, people are gonna abandon you, and you're gonna be left to die alone. Like, for example, this is being used in a lot of stories or animes or movies, perhaps, that when somebody tells a lie and they keep telling lies, and eventually they speak the truth and nobody believes them. It's similar to that. You know, and time again, it's the same story, and it keeps happening in real life. They may show it as a movie, but it's the truth. If you keep telling lies, for example, people stop believing you. And when it finally matters, they don't care. Because they know that you mostly lie. If you lie 99 times of the time and you only speak the truth once in a lifetime, for example, then they're not going to take you serious. So it's, you know, it's kind of difficult. Like, granted, if people treat you like crap, then you don't have to keep treating them nicely, you know? Like, there's only so much a person can take. And everybody may have a bad day, but after that bad day ends, like, if you apologize for, hey, sorry, dude, that I lashed out at you, I just had a bad day because of this. If they understand, they're able to accept it. Or if you've gone way too far, at least you know why you did it, and perhaps they can give you advice like, hey, don't do it again. Or perhaps you can do this instead. You know, like they give you like an alternative to lash out, for example. And this way, when people start to understand you better, you can maintain your friendship, or you can maintain new connections. You know? Everybody can have it that day, including me. You know, but I always, if I know that I've done something wrong, I always apologize. But if I lash out and I speak the truth, I'm not going to apologize for it. Like, if you did something wrong and I call you out from it because I suffered because of it, I'm not going to apologize. Maybe I could have brought it differently, but I'm not going to apologize. And I refuse to apologize for something I didn't do. I'm not doing that. If I call somebody out, like, hey, you did something wrong, I'm going to say it to their face. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just gonna say it as it is. They may hate me for it, but at least I'm honest. And that's just me.
Problems are meant to be solved. For the sake of friends.
No, it's fine. You're good. Don't worry about it. Like if I don't like it, I'll just say it to you. You know, it's like, hey, can you behave or do that kind of stuff? Like I'll just say it as it is. Unless you really cross the line. You know, it's like, hey, I'm not dealing with you. Goodbye. You know, like I'm just gonna say it as it is. Like at the moment, you're fine. You know, if I didn't like it, I will either block you or kick you or say it to your face. No, it's the same with the other person that I cut ties with. I told them as it is, like, hey, you crossed the line, I give you plenty of warnings, I'm done. And I'm just gonna block and stop talking. It's that simple. And you don't have to apologize for the crap that I had to go through, you know, it's not your fault. So why should you apologize for something you didn't do? There's no need for it, you know?
Adorno the Benevolent Knight, Captain of the 5th Company, and my direct superior.
Benevolent Knight? Wasn't that...
The knightly title I'm about to inherit? It seems that's the rumor, but in truth, he and I made a pact. In return for recommending me for the expedition, he hoped I, in turn, would reflect on what it truly means to be a virtuous knight while I was away. Once it was all over, I'd then inherit the title Benevolent Knight from him, as well as the position of captain.
Wait, does that mean you aren't confident you can get his approval, and that's why you want us to go along with your little show?
Don't get me wrong, I have no interest in titles or positions. I'd just rather not listen to his nagging.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Like, everybody has days or times that they said something is like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. It's fine, you know, I'm a pretty open book if it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, I can take quite a bit. And if I don't like it, I will literally just tell you, like, hey, can you bring it back a little? You know, but like, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You know, like when something happens, I'll just say it as it is, and you know, and if you keep doing it, it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a warning now. If you continue to doing, this will be the consequence. You know, I will just say it like that. But you're fine. Don't worry about it. Again, I can take quite a bit, but yeah, if people go too far, I'll just call them out. Like, I'm open to criticism, you know, like it's fine, and I'll explain why if people ask me to. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he'd have loved to. He's a real veteran of Arcus campaigns. Wouldn't have missed that show for the world. If age and strength were still on his side. But I imagine it is now his final wish to find the benevolent title a home.
Is that so? Then we'll...
I knew that would do the trick. Off we go then, to Dornman Port.
Hey! How much of what you just said was true, huh? You sure you're not out to scam this Adorno guy?
The situation in Sumeru is as described above. It is time to eliminate the remaining poison Dottore has left in Mondstadt. Eric, Ursa. It's been a while since I last heard those names. I can feel a headache coming on.
Like, nobody is perfect. We're all here to learn. You know, people make mistakes. You know, that's just a fact. People make mistakes. The issue is how to deal with those mistakes. If somebody makes a mistake, you get called out for it. And then it's up to that person to either take it to heart, make a change, or try to change. And if they do it again, they get warned again until a limit is reached. If people refuse to change because it's in their nature, you know, then move on and find a different group. It's that simple. Like for me, I am knowledgeable enough to know that depending on the situation, sometimes people say something they don't truly mean. Like I'm from a family that says how it is, but only in our family, because we are family, we know we don't truly mean it. So we go really, really dark and hard. Like my grandpa, for an example, he literally told us, "Oh, if I die, you don't have to buy a coffin for me. Just throw me into a cotton box and throw me into the oven." And like, Jesus Christ. You know, it's like, yeah, well, it's a waste of money for a beautiful coffin. You know, it's going to be burned anyway. You might as well just throw me in a cotton box. Like, Jesus. Or like, oh, you weren't born in a belly. You were created in a lab. It's like, Jesus, thanks that. Or, you know what? I should have shot it onto the radiator of the heater, you know, of the house. And then it would have ended with a scissor. You know, like, you know, kind of like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, thanks that, you know? But I know he doesn't mean it like that. But that's just how me and my family and friends deal with one another. You know, because we know each other good enough to know that we don't truly mean it. But with a stranger, you will never ever tolerate something like that. So you need to know each other good enough where you can make jokes like that. Because you know you don't mean it. But even then, there are limits. You know, it's like, hey, you pushed that joke a little bit too far. Please don't do it again. It's like, okay, fine. You know? You know, there was like an incident that happened to me that I shared with friends. And at some point, they were just hammering a little bit too much on it. And I told them, like, hey, this is enough. You know, like, it was fun in the beginning, but now it's just starting to annoy me. Can you please stop? You know, and it's fine. You know, but then we show it like, hey, this is the line, don't cross it, because you will piss me off. It's no longer going to be fun. You know, we're all here to have fun and games, but there are limits. And if you cross those limits, just say so we can move on and forget about it. You know?
We're way behind schedule.
Well, it's just fine, you know. We all need to learn where the boundaries are. And once you do know the boundaries, you know, as long as you stay within, it's fine. But you need to learn where that boundary is. So you have to make a mistake in order to learn. If you do everything perfect, that's great and all. But nobody is. So we all make mistakes. And if you know that you made a mistake, you can always apologize for it. But it's fine, you know, as long as you recognize that you did something bad. You know, it's just, what do you do after? And what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's the new stuff. You know what? I'm actually going to explore these two, or unlock these two, and then I'll move there. You know, I'm not perfect either. I make mistakes too, you know? And I suffered greatly for it. But it made me a better person. But yeah, like I said, my family is, you know, when shit hit the fan, no matter what happens, we're always there for each other. Even if we just had a fight, you know, shit happened. Like, hey, Dad, I'm in an accident. I need you to pick me up. Even though we just had a fight, he will be there for me. You know, that's just what family does or should do.
Gather.
Because you should not let your family fend for itself, and especially after the shit that I went through. You know, especially in at the farm. Like that, the stuff that happened at the farm was really dark, really painful. But yeah, it's like a lot happened. But it only made our bond stronger. No, that was not it. It was that one. But the stuff that happened at the farm was traumatic. Absolutely. Like I even did something that almost ended me up in jail. I almost murdered somebody there. It was that dark. Fully deserved though. Like that person was no longer considered human. That's how bad things got. And the legal system completely failed. Completely. Like for me, like I'm not a violent person by nature. But the shit that happened there drove me to the absolute limit and beyond. Like for me to actually murder somebody, you have to push it extremely far, and it did. You know? Like I can still hear the screams in my head. It's really, really bad. If you want to hear it, I'll tell you. Perhaps if you hear the story, you understand me a little bit better. But it was tough, and no kid should ever have to go through something like that. At least there are people here now. Last time I was here, it was empty.
Hey, old man. Still kicking, I see.
Huh. Didn't buy the farm during the expedition? Thought you might have fallen into some pit somewhere, what with how long it's taken you to come see me.
You worry too much. When it comes to pits, I've been the one doing all the digging and burying.
Who are these two?
My friend, the honorary knight, and his guide Paimon.
You haven't heard
Honorary
from me
Knight.
yet?
The same one that resolved the Storm Terror incident.
Yes, that's me. I'm the hero.
Oh, he didn't just resolve that incident. He helped us complete the expedition. The Wild Hunt, the Doctor, Andreas. He played a part in dealing with all of them.
Oh? I've quizzed the knights at Dornman Port about what happened during the expedition. Unfortunately, for some reason, none of them were willing to tell me the whole story. It's almost as if someone told them to avoid me.
Lowen, was it your doing?
Since we've got a moment, let's have a proper chat. How did this magnificent knight here end up making friends with you?
Well, it's kind of hard to say.
I suppose it's because we both possess a chivalric spirit that shines as bright as Mora. Isn't that right, Paimon?
Yeah, just like Mora.
I've been keeping my promise to you, you know? For instance, I've been organizing group training sessions with my fellow knights every week to build ironclad trust between friends.
Oh, right. The team building I told you about. Great way to foster trust and chemistry.
As for this week's training plan...
Like, letting off steam is kind of difficult because I was pretty closed off, and letting off steam was usually ending up me hurting myself. But yeah, I do have my days. Even now, I still crack sometimes because I still have a lot of unresolved anger, and I still have quite a few unresolved issues, so to say. So it would have been easier to handle the majority if I had somebody that was there for me. Unfortunately, I didn't have that luxury back then. Now I do have some friends, but I don't really want to burden them. For me, that would resolve and help me more than anything was to have a girlfriend that actually give a damn. Then I would have been a lot happier, you know? And it would slowly fade away the bad memories. But since that's not the case, I'll just store them in a box, put it aside, and yeah, it's just gonna sit there. Because even when I went to therapy, there were nothing that they can do about it. You know, like for me, having a girlfriend, it just gave me a purpose, you know, it gave me a shoulder to cry on. But since I don't have that, I'm just sitting here, and the anger still remains, you know, it's not fading because there's no other spot to fill that hole, so to say. You know, it was like, this box is not gonna get taken care of if there's nothing to replace it with, if that makes sense. So it's just gonna sit there, and sometimes new stuff is gonna get added to the box, or sometimes the box get open to talk about it. And for me, what matters more to me is that people know where I'm coming from, what I've been through, so they realize that their own lives doesn't suck as hard. You know, that's my main goal here. Like, I've been through something terrible, and people think that their lives are terrible. Once they hear my story, it's like, oh my God, what I had to deal with is nothing compared to what you have to go through. So how did you do it? You know, and then just give them some advice, like how I managed to do it, but my methods may not work for you. You know, and it's more in like a educational kind of thing than an actual, like, this is how you do it kind of thing. You know, it's more like a guide, and make people realize and force them to rethink their own lives, you know, trying to rewire their brain and better themselves. It's like, oh, this guy had it way worse than me, you know. There's always somebody out there that has it worse than you. And as long as you remember that, you will be more you will think differently. It's like, oh, it's not as bad, you know, and you will start feeling better about yourself because you didn't have to go through what I had to go through. May sound weird, but it's true, you know. It's like when I hear people's stories about, yeah, I had to go through this and this and this, I'm like, really? That's it? Like, you're crying and throwing a hissy fit because you dropped your fucking phone or the internet went down and you were unable to go on social media for a day? And you think you're depressed? Fuck off! That's nothing compared to what I had to go through. Like, if you're already depressed and forced to take the antidepressants because you weren't able to go on TikTok for a day, you will never be able to survive what I had to go through. It's pathetic. Like, the internet was offline and, the teacher took my phone away. Well, you're gonna get it back at the end of the day, won't you? Like, I'm depressed. Jesus fucking Christ, it's pathetic. Live on the street for 2 years. You know, see if you survive that shit. Because I can tell you right now, it's hard. It's really hard. No support. You're completely left by your lonesome. Nobody to protect you, to take you in. No roof above your head. See how you will survive that situation. If you're unable to survive a situation that you can't use your phone for like half a day, then you will never survive what I had to go through. Never. Absolutely not. You would kill yourself before the end of the day. And it's purely because the majority of people have a weak mentality, in my opinion. But that's because I've been through a really harsh time. So shit like that doesn't faze me. That will bounce right off of me. You know, I had to rebuild myself from scratch. You know, I had to rebuild my walls. I had to build myself up from the ground up. I was completely torn down. There was nothing left on me. I had to completely rebuild myself. And every time I had to rebuild myself, I built myself stronger. I made improvements in order to survive the harsh conditions. And now, shit like that, I don't even feel it. When Corona hit, people were depressed and panicking. And like, offering themselves because they couldn't hack it. For me, it was just another day. And that's exactly what I mean. And that's because I've been through worse. And when people realize, oh, it's not as bad as I may think it is, once you realize that, you won't be so stressed about it. You know, this is from somebody that has been through a harsh situation, you know, like people that are living in a that their parents abandoned them, you know, that they living in a adoption center or whatever you want to call it. You know, that's a harsh life, you know. But even though you have a harsh life, you make of it what you can. You know, you decide how you want to live your life. If nobody's there for you, fine. Then find something else. You know, learn how you are able to take care of yourself so you don't need anyone else. And if you think about it that way, it will only make you stronger. You know, it's like people that don't need others are stronger than people that need others. Granted, it's okay to ask for help now and then, but it makes you stronger if you figure it out. You know, it will make it a lot easier when you're older. When you're young, you're still resilient, you know? You can recover from it. and you're allowed to make mistakes because you're still young. But when you're older, mistakes are no longer being tolerated. You know, it's a harsh reality. When you're young, you know, you don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to worry about housing. You don't have to worry about obligations. When you're older, you have to. There's no other choice, because if you don't, nobody is going to feed you. Nobody is going to take care of you. You know? If you don't work and you don't have money, you're simply not going to eat. It's that simple. When you're a child, people are supposed to take care of you until you're old enough to do it on your own. But that's just how reality is. It's harsh, but you can learn from it. You know, just because somebody had a hard time, they're still willing to share that in order to prevent others from going through the same shit. You know, so I consider those people valuable. You know, I consider myself valuable because I've been through a lot of experience, and I'm here to talk about it in order to make sure people avoid that, you know? Because why should you suffer if you don't have to? It's like saying somebody had to burn their hand in order to realize that fire is hot. No, it's the same thing.
Oh, my stomach! My stomach!
Hey, let's get back to this.
What sorcery is this, huh? What do you mean there are no bullets in your gun? Surely the vice captain can't take us all out if we swarm him at once. Come on, let's get him! Huh? Ah!
Real combat's 10 times harder than training, and the enemy's 100 times more cunning than I am. Remember this well. Once you're on the battlefield, the only one you can truly trust is yourself. And so, to ensure the absolute safety of my friends, I went out every night, eliminating potential threats around our stronghold.
Vigilance and reconnaissance are indeed things a company captain needs to pay attention to.
Vigilance, reconnaissance, it's so much trouble. And for what? Enemies who disappear quietly won't disturb anyone's sleep.
Oh, I play him now? What the fuck?
No fairy tale ending for you. Shh. Nighty night.
What the fuck? He's literally in an assassin class.
Have you heard? There's a strange guy wandering around these parts.
I heard. We've lost lots of comrades at his hands.
Where'd he even come from anyway? He must have a death wish messing with the Oprishniki.
Oh, there are 3 of them.
Looks like we're in for...
Oh crap, okay. Oh, I have to start completely over? Oh my god.
Like lambs to the slaughter. Shh. Nighty night.
Wait for the robot to go.
Have you heard? There's a strange guy wandering around these parts.
Okay, that triggers it as well. Okay. What happens when I do Q?
Struggle all you want. Shh. Nighty night.
Have you heard? There's a strange guy wandering around these parts.
I heard. We've lost lots of comrades at his hands.
Where'd he even come from anyway? He must have a death wish messing with the Operation.
Alright, let's see. Okay, dot and Q.
Like lambs to the slaughter. Oh, there. Much quieter.
Internet issue, maybe?
Haven't you smoked that little weasel out yet? Find him! I'm gonna turn him into a popsicle! We're working on it. We'll find him for sure.
Okay, so that's dot and Q.
Struggle all you want. Enough messing about. Time to wrap this up.
Okay, there's one there. Oh, 3 of them.
Ah, those meddling knights. Will they ever stop getting in our way?
People who can't stop yapping about justice really get my goat.
Especially when one of them's launching sneak attacks all day. Why, if he ever falls into my hands, I swear I'll...
Oh shit! Oh no
Use
no
the
no!
force authorized.
Crap. Okay.
No fairy tale ending for you. Just ensuring my friends get a good night's rest. All in a day's work, you know? Of course, in order to gather
right.
intel for the expeditionary force, I also needed to maintain my connections at all
No
times.
worries.
And communicate earnestly with my friends.
I appreciate it.
I didn't expect you to have matured so much from one trip.
Study is important, so...
Come, let me sprinkle some more salt on the cut.
The more you learn, the easier it'll get later. It also helps developing the brain.
Perhaps another dash of pepper. A sprinkling of spices to finish things off. Now this is how you grill me. Here, would you like some? I mean, you've had nothing for nearly 3 days. Or would you like to try something else? Oh. May I take this to mean that we have an agreement? You'll cooperate? Lovely! That makes us friends from now on. And you know how it is between friends. No betrayals. You understand? So you two, I didn't lie, did I? And that's the story, old man. Now pass on that benevolent knight title thing and get some well-deserved rest, all right?
Hey now, we aren't finished talking yet, are we? Word is that you faced a truly formidable foe while in Nodcry. Someone called the Rahir of Solnari, I believe.
Whoa, really? Why haven't we heard you and Varka talk about that?
There's nothing to tell. I was with the Grand Master when we ambushed Rerir, but not only was I useless, I even ended up acting as a punching bag. That left me laid up in camp for several days. By the time I could finally get out of bed, I heard the news that you had all joined forces to banish him.
Oh, so that's why Paimon didn't see you when we were duking it out with Rerir. It's not like you to miss a fight. Oh, sorry.
No need to apologize. You're right. I wasn't strong enough. I was slow, weak,
Powerless. Mortal.
Lowen! Hey, you! Take him and fall back!
Yeah, in the end, we had to use his power against him just to banish him. So, don't worry about it too much.
But he was once a mere mortal too, wasn't he?
Well, I haven't seen this Rahir of Solnari with my own eyes, but I believe that strength alone does not a knight make. Anyway, I've got some important work to attend to. You and your friends can come along if you like, Lowen.
Important work? Aren't you already semi-retired?
Ha! Just follow me and you'll see. Consider this required reading for any benevolent knight.
I still feel like I missed quite a bit of content here because there's like... I remember seeing some clips that were in like a palace or something like that, but I completely missed it.
Dad! The benevolent knight is here! Grandpa Adorno!
Even the cat.
Hey now! No rushing, and no snatching. Easy now. Line up properly.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. They're just kids. A little excitement is a good thing. Here you go. Today's candy.
Thanks, Grandpa. Ooh, this is great!
Is this the important work you spoke of?
Oh, we're just getting started. Recruit. Try to keep up.
Understood, Captain.
Nah.
Oh. I should be the one asking you. How are you so skilled at this? I can barely imagine our honorary knight doing things like this all day long.
We don't spend every waking hour fighting bad guys who want to destroy the world, you know? Also, the world would be a way scarier place if that happened every day.
Daily routine, huh? I've been back in Mondstadt for a while now, but adapting hasn't been easy. Not long ago, camping in the wild and facing constant danger was our daily routine.
But you were still on the expedition then, right? Now you can finally relax.
Oh, you think so? Personally, I find it hard to feel at ease with any sort of daily routine. It was the Animo Archon who scattered the snowstorms that once swept Mondstadt. The Knights of Favonius who won the peace we now enjoy through conquest. A single, unexpected incident could bring it all crashing down. So, rather than waiting for someone to turn my daily routine on its head, I find it more reassuring to follow an extraordinary routine.
We knights are needed precisely because the world is so fragile.
Oh, are you done handing out the candy already?
Indeed. Looks like you're all wrapped up here as well. Thanks for exercising such patience. This next task should give you a chance to stretch your legs. We're going to patrol the surrounding area for monsters.
Monsters? What, are the knights short-handed? You haven't held a sword in years.
Hey now, my retirement isn't official yet. It's just a patrol. I'm still more than capable of handling myself. Things did get a bit tough a while back, but look at me now, eh? Might as well get going while I still got pep in my step.
That's a new one. Pep in my step.
Never one to sit still, were you? Fine. Where are we headed?
We've had strange monsters show up around the outskirts. No one's gotten hurt yet, but you can never be too careful. Usually I just patrol the area for any approaching monsters, but this time I've got you for backup.
Yeah, forget about just patrolling. We can take them all on, no problem, right?
Sure, let's go.
Huh? That's weird. Paimon thought he'd be more excited. Well, why not? Paimon doesn't get him at all.
Like with the new content, I see that Paimon was getting sick, and then the memes started to pop out. It better be just a cold or something. It's like, it was like, oh my god. If they killed off Paimon, the community will have an outrage. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Uh-oh.
Go, Barbara, go!
Oh, that's actually pretty far.
Let the show begin. Weird? No signs of anything unusual here. Are there really monsters nearby?
If you're looking for the ones that have been behaving strangely, I fear you're here too late. It seems someone beat the Knights of Favonius to the punch, and took care of them already.
D-Luke? What are you doing here?
Long time no see, Mr. Adorno. You too, traveler. Paimon? Lowen?
Were the monsters here wiped out by a a certain Dark Knight hero by any chance?
No. I'm not personally familiar with this Dark Knight hero you speak of. But based on the rumors I've heard, the traces left on this battlefield don't match his style. Now this looks more like someone obtained advance intel on the monsters and came to clean up. Not even a single scrap remains.
Oh? So it would appear you're here to investigate, Master D-Luke. That's odd. Why would the boss of the Dawn Winery be interested in monsters?
Dawn Winery's caravans pass through Dornman Port. The rumors left me ill at ease, so I decided to see for myself. As for the Knights of Favonius, are they still understaffed even with the expedition's return?
Ha. Strict as ever, I see. I took this patrol up myself. Gotta keep moving while I still can. I've been living this life for decades. Can't just sit idle, you know?
Thank you for your hard work, venerable benevolent knight.
Battery low. Please charge.
Not even Varka gets that much respect from D-Luke.
I'd say that's Varka's problem.
Eric only got away with causing that uproar by taking advantage of the Grandmaster's absence. If he and the Alder Knight had been here, they never would have allowed Krepus's heroism in driving off the dragon to go unrecognized. And we old codgers back in Mondstadt wouldn't have been the only ones left to stand up for your father.
But they weren't there, were they? Let's cut the small talk. Since there are no clues here, I have no reason to stay. Goodbye, traveler, Paimon, and take care, benevolent knight.
Ursa, Eric. Even when gone, some foes leave wounds that won't easily heal.
Oh, need me to explain? Sure. Ursa was a wicked dragon who could really take a beating, and Eric was an inspector who could have really used one.
Allow me instead. Ursa the Drake was a dragon who first appeared in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, bringing calamity with its immense might. After the Knights of Favonius were founded, our first Grand Master, Vanessa, sealed it away with the Animo Archon's help. After that, the dragon sank into slumber. However, just a decade ago, it appeared in Mondstadt once again. With the Grand Master away, its timing could not have been worse. Not only that, it would lie low when the Knights of Favonius mobilized to attack, only to suddenly re-emerge when they were resting.
Such perfect timing.
One more. Let's see. How do I do that? How do I do and that? Don't even know how to do that. Oh. Oh, wrong buttons. Let me see if I can add. Let's see, add. You're probably gonna need to send me the code. Yeah, you need to send me the code instead of the link. Because I don't think I can add that way. Yeah, I can see the profile, but I cannot add. You need to send me the code, or perhaps. Hold on, let me try this. Invite. Wait. Hold on. Scanning. Wait, did I get the wrong one? Search. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of weird shit now. Hold on. Cannot find. Yeah, I think it's easier if you just send me the number instead. Or send a quick invite link. So I'll click that link, and yet, hold on. I need to do it here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that now. I think I need to log into the browser before I can do that. Let's see, add friend. Hold on, maybe if I click. Enter your friend's code to invite them. Let's see. Or a quick invite. Expiring in 30 days. Yeah, I'll have to log into the web page. Why? I hate that. Maybe. Where is? Where do I have my Steam on my phone? Steam. Safeguard. Sign in. Ah, now I can see it. Add friend. Oh, that sucks that I have to log in first. Okay, I can move this one back. And then go back to the channel. And then out of play and let
In
it
the
run.
end, it was also perfect timing that the Fatui Harbinger who exterminated it just so happened to be passing through. That's right. Your old friend, the Doctor. Or would it be more accurate to say one of his segments?
So, Ursa the Drake waking up. It was all part of some plot by that segment?
Not entirely. Even a Fatui Harbinger would have struggled to stir up such a storm in Mondstadt all by themselves.
Oh yeah, it's Saturday
Indeed.
today.
There was one other person who, seduced by transcendent power, secretly colluded with the Doctor. He was the then Inspector of the Knights of Favonius, and the greatest traitor to the Knights in 100 years. Eric.
It's 29 outside. What the fuck? Oof.
When Diluc had just come of age, Ursa attacked a trade caravan from the Dawn Winery. It should have been nothing more than a common raid, a tactic they commonly use to incite fear. But the swaggering dragon was driven back by a mere merchant, Diluc's father, Crepus, who paid the ultimate price. News of this defeat did not favor Eric's plan to seize power through terror, so he suppressed the truth, claiming he was doing so to maintain the honor of the Knights. If only I had discovered a moment sooner that he and the doctor were working hand in glove. Perhaps I could have stopped everything that followed.
Wait, where's Diluc?
That's not your burden to shoulder alone. Eric hid his true colors well. Up until the incident with Ursa. Even his victims had no idea who was responsible for their suffering.
I'm not paying attention at all. Where did Diluc go?
We needn't continue to live in the shadows of scum like that, old man.
You've got a point. We've got long lives ahead of us, after all. Let's get on with our next task, eh? This should lift your spirits a bit, I'm sure. We'll be assisting the 10th Company with their research.
Oh, it's Sucrose.
It's as we thought. The magic Miss Alice left behind isn't so easily understood.
Hey, Sucrose! Huh? Is this?
Ah, Traveler. Are you here to assist with the development tests for the simulation training bubble Type 02?
Is that the magic bubble that can recreate memories? I was told not long after my return that I could use this to catch up with the various events, large and small, that transpired during our absence. But using this level of magic for, well, storytelling seems like a huge waste of resources.
You're not alone in thinking that. Our investigation team quickly recognized its broader potential for training simulations.
If we could recreate formidable enemies from Senior Knight's memories and incorporate them into realistic, safe training simulations, that could help raise the whole organization's combat prowess. However, we've been debugging the bubble for a while now, and we still haven't fully grasped its underlying principles. We're also struggling to balance realism with safety.
Safety? Doesn't sound like something Alice would give much thought to.
That's so. Sounds interesting. Let me give it a shot. You're not here to take part, are you, Pops?
Oh, not to worry. I know exactly how much strength these old bones have left in them. I'm just here to provide the memories inside my head.
Oh? Then who was the tester in your original plan?
Miss Sucrose, the test arrangements are... Lauren.
Theodore.
Why are you...
Yeah, I just happened to come along with the Dorno to test this simulation training bubble. I take it you're the scheduled tester?
Yes, that's right. And these are?
Really?
Let me introduce you. These two are the honorary knight and his guide, Paimon.
The honorary knight? I didn't expect someone so distinguished.
And this is Theodore, a trainee medic with the 8th Company. Like you, he's one of Lowen's friends.
Lowen? Friends?
Oh, no need to sound so surprised. I have plenty of friends. Don't I, Paimon?
Yeah. Paimon wonders how much this guy's friendship fee was.
Theodore, isn't rescue and medical care more your thing? How did you end up getting roped into testing?
I actually helped to construct this simulation, so I understand a few of its basic principles. Besides, I trained to become a knight too. And even if something happens, I should be able to patch myself up.
But you needn't force yourself to do this if Vice Captain Lowen's willing to take over. We might get more practical test data from frontline knights, too. So...
Yeah, I suppose Lowen's the better pick.
Chin up, Theodore. If anything happens to Lowen, we'll be counting on you to treat him.
All right. I doubt there's a memory out there that can hurt me, but let's get started, old man.
Come on! Show me what passes for an elite foe in your mind.
Don't get cocky, kid. You're not the only one who's been out on expedition with the Grand Master.
Poke them, and they fall apart. Yeah. They call this a secret source automaton? Fancy name for a chumped-up toy.
Looks like my memories can't give you much trouble.
Let's dance.
No fluctuation in pain parameters. Should we switch to a more normal test subject?
No need. Let's continue the test.
Are you sure? I don't think my memories will yield anything worth fighting against at this point.
Don't we have a knight right here who's faced more terrifying foes?
Come on. Show me the Rapier of Solnari.
As you remember him.
Oh.
I'm not so disheartened that I'd fear his memory. I just want to see if I'm still as powerless as he claimed.
Be careful!
Test, come on!
Pathetic! Futile!
Did he really get that much stronger?
Moonlight betrays you. Pathetic!
Didn't even...
Well, it's your turn to feel afraid!
These are just memories! Now's our chance!
Tremble! I will just...
Come at me again!
Mortal!
Save for yourself!
All you want.
Hunt them down! Move!
Bet you were...
This memory. Are we losing control? Traveler,
Moonlight!
stabilize it.
Crazy!
Now's our chance!
Wake up! Lowen!
Mr. Adorno, are you...
I'm fine. Just threw my back out. Gotta take a break, that's all. But Lowen... wound up hurting yourself from trying to hold back that final blow, didn't you? Theodore, go get him checked over. Last thing we want is to miss a serious injury.
All right. Lowen, come with me.
Mr. Adorno, are you all right?
It's no big deal, just got old. Things stick with you once you're over the hill, waiting to be set off by the slightest exertion. Guess I'll have to ask Theodore for another prescription.
Is there something up with Lowen?
Could there be a problem with the magic? But if there were issues with the reproduced memories, the honorary knight should have noticed.
Are you saying the problem lies with Lowen himself? Did the battle with the Reikir of Solnari set him off again? Lowen's pursuit of power began long ago. The traitor, Eric, collaborated with the Doctor on forbidden experiments in his quest for greater power. Lowen nearly became one of their test subjects.
Experiments by the Doctor?
Fortunately, the Knights tracked Eric's cronies down, uncovering their plots before they could act. They cut their experiments short and tried to transport their victims away. But we intercepted them in transit and rescued everyone. It's all right. It's over now.
I heard about that. That was the incident that saw you gain the title of Benevolent Knight, right? I'd never have guessed that Vice Captain Lowen was involved.
I never deserved that title. We saved the kidnapped children, yes, but I failed to root Eric out. I couldn't find their experiment site, nor could I help Lowen fully shake off the trauma of that incident. He's always believed he needs power to stay free from others' control. I'd hoped the expedition might change his perspective, but...
So that's what happened.
It's tough having to act the part of a friend with someone like him, huh?
Yeah. Wait.
I may be getting old, but my eyes haven't failed me yet. Ignoring his methods, the fact that he's found companions willing to play along with his little charade shows he's made at least some progress. Even if you're just acting, maybe learning from you will finally help him figure it out.
There's something I'm concerned about. Honorary Knight, would you mind taking a look at this? Strange. Mr. Adorno said that Lowen's obsession may have caused the projection to spiral out of control. However, the simulation training bubble type O2's parameters were all normal. If anything, it was the power Vice Captain Lowen released at that moment that appeared unusual.
So, you haven't seen anything like this before?
No. It's not the elemental energy we usually encounter. And it isn't the Void Realm energy that Mr. Albedo talks about either. Do you have any ideas what it might be, Honorary Knight?
There's something up with Lowen? He's not messing about with something dangerous, is he?
That's not what I meant. I'm just reporting my findings. We shouldn't accuse our companions of anything untoward. Not without evidence.
You have a point. We've just run into this sort of thing way too many times. Can't be too careful.
Why did you come here today? We clearly agreed.
Farka's orders. Not my decision.
Even so, that was way too careless of you. Using so much power. What
if we're exposed?
Then we'll just have to accelerate our experiments before that happens.
That Lowen, he just upped and left yesterday without saying a word. Let's check in with Adorno and see if he's there.
Derpy derp derp. And
I'm fine.
meat.
We're way behind schedule.
Hey, Grandpa Adorno!
Oh, little Paimon and the honorary knight. Right as rain. I wasn't really injured yesterday. Theodore had a look at me, and frankly, I'm feeling better than ever. I've his treatment to thank for my continued vigor. Without his help, they'd probably have buried me years ago.
Theodore? You mean the apprentice medic from the 8th Company? He didn't look all that skilled to Paimon.
He once aspired to be a knight fighting on the front lines, but perhaps the physician's path suits him better. Anyway, enough about that for now. Did you guys come here looking for Lowen?
Yeah! He disappeared after trying the simulation training bubble yesterday. We can't find him anywhere.
Yeah, he left a note this morning. Said he wanted to apologize for what happened yesterday. He confessed that yesterday was all just an act, and that he couldn't stand this bone-dry daily routine. So, to make up for it,
I'll wipe out every last one of those annoying monsters.
That's how he apologizes? Huh. Totally his style.
Yeah, what? Hold on. What? My lord, what? Okay, I'm confused now. Are you talking about the stuff that happened at the farm, or I'm confused?
Ordinary monsters pose no threat to him. What worries me is that something like what happened yesterday might happen again. If you could keep an eye on him, that would certainly put me at ease.
What should I choose?
Oh, D-Luke is here.
Wait!
Guess you're the last one. You'd better put up a good fight. Hmm? Who's there?
It ran away.
I never thought a winery owner would care so much about hunting monsters. Or could it be you're after something else?
And what about you? Are monsters all you aim to eradicate? Given how the previous scene was so clean that nothing was left behind.
Oh? First I've heard of it.
In that case, why don't we examine the monsters here? Perhaps we'll discover what it is about them that's attracting so much attention.
Forget it. I'll go after the one that got away. Investigations and the like aren't really my style. See you around, D-Luke.
That's the gist of everything that happened before you arrived.
What's he trying to pull? Seriously! Forget punching bag night. It should be the needs a punch night. Yeah, Adorno talked about him yesterday. Sounded like they're kind of weird, but they haven't hurt anyone yet?
Which is partly down to someone secretly eliminating them. And partly down to them preferring to attack their own kind whenever hunger strikes. Yes, eyewitness reports are scarce, so we can't be certain. But the monster remains here do show signs that they've been fighting each other. Forming packs, yet killing each other. It's not the behavior of naturally occurring monsters.
Huh? But if these monsters will attack each other, can't we just wait for them to wipe themselves out? Why be so vigilant?
Because such beasts bearing Ursa's flesh have appeared before. And not just once either.
Varka!
Well, this is a coincidence. Honorary Knight, Paimon, and you too, D-Luke.
So, the Knights of Favonius are not entirely ignorant of this anomaly.
Yes. The tragedy Eric wrought cannot and will not be allowed to happen again.
Did you just say Ursa's flesh? Is this somehow related to that Eric guy?
In his pursuit of transcendent power, he once conspired with one of Dottores' segments to extract a serum containing the power of Ursa the Drake from the dragon's flesh. When the reckoning with the Knights came, he and his cohorts all injected themselves with that serum, causing us quite a bit of trouble. Their strength and bloodthirst increased in equal measure, and consumed by madness, they even attacked each other.
Battery
Ironically,
fully charged.
Eric ultimately failed to control that power. Not only did he turn his sword against his followers, but he went to his own demise in the process.
Ursa the Drake? What exactly is it? How could it have such terrifying power?
And I need to push a button, don't I? Alright. I'll push the button.
That's right.
Then why did they only seal it away? Was even the founding Grand Master unable to kill it?
No. It was spared because Ursa the Drake was once an angel.
What?
Oh no, I need to press another button, don't I? Well, too bad. Oh, I just realized I have 3 power now. I really should unplug that, but if I open the door, the cool air goes out. Besides, I'm generating more power than I can consume. So, this is my battery is full.
I've heard that long ago, the angelic race was faced with a difficult choice, and Ursa chose to preserve its power. Having lost its mind and retaining only power, this angel remained drawn to human settlements, not realizing that its proximity alone would destroy many.
Is that why Vanessa decided to seal it away back then?
Yes, but it was awakened by the doctor's inducement, which was an oversight on the Knight's part. I won't deny that.
Rather than assigning blame for the past, we would be better served by rooting out the present threat. But Ursa's flesh and blood, why would it reappear within these monsters?
Eric was, admittedly, once a knight in whom we placed much of our hopes. As such, he knows our methods well. Before he met his end, he destroyed all records regarding his experiment site. To this day, we have yet to find any information to locate it. I suspect we have the segment to thank for that too. But Dotori's backup plans were dismantled by the Traveler in Sumeru, a fact you're no doubt aware of. We believe this means that the covert measures he took in Mondstadt have also ceased to work.
Ah, so those monsters, they all escaped from the experiment site?
I'm afraid it goes deeper than that. Someone has likely restarted the experiments.
You noticed it too, then, during the commotion yesterday.
So it's possible that Lowen has been dabbling in forbidden experiments to gain extraordinary power.
He isn't bad enough to do something like that, is he?
Wealth, power, authority. Too many things can turn a good person into a villain. Ursa, Eric, neither of them were the bad guys you might imagine before they made their fateful choices.
But no matter Lowen's intentions, it is my duty to pull him back from the edge before he goes too far.
So, what do we do now? Keep investigating in secret?
No need for that. That's why I'm here at Dornman Port. I'm going to find him and ask him directly.
Oh, slippery little rat. Pretty good at running away, aren't you? Now, where will you go from here?
Hey, Lowen! Now's not the time to be cleaning up test subjects. The Knights are making their move. Lots of unfamiliar Knights showed up in Dorman Port today. Did yesterday's test expose us? Or did they capture an experiment subject? Could they have discovered?
It was only a matter of time. I'd say we were lucky to have lasted this long. Steadfast allies make redoubtable opponents, as they say.
What do we do now then? Find a place to lie low?
That would make reaching our objective even harder.
Shit.
That you were able to come here freely means the Knights haven't verified their suspicions just yet. We have to go all in while we still have the chance. Do it now. Use me as a test subject.
Now? But those problems we were having before, we still haven't.
Why are you hesitating? I told you, we're not the same, you and I. I'm doing this for myself. Extraordinary power comes with extraordinary risks. I figured that out a long time ago.
Ooh, I've been... Hold on.
But...
Activating...
Do it!
Heart rate
now!
mode.
Or have you forgotten your goal?
Where did the app go? Use this one.
No, it's not working. Was the dosage too low? Or was the concentration too weak? Or maybe the perfect result was never attainable. Lowen, we've got to hide. We can gather more monsters for experiments later.
No, no. Hide? How much time do you think the Knights will give us, huh? We've always been gambling with a small window of opportunity. No, we'd only confirm their suspicions if we ran. That would make us targets no matter where we resurface. How would we get close to our target then?
Then, what should we do now?
We're going to break the target out tonight. Then, he can follow us down to hell. As expected, the Knights of Favonius are acting swiftly.
There's a crowd gathering up ahead. Something about this feels wrong.
That's... Dorno!
Ha! I finally found you. Keep a close eye on it now. Don't let it stray too far from you again, all right?
Thank you. Thank you, Grandpa Adorno.
And don't run off into the countryside alone looking for it again. I know you're worried about it, but Hannelor's worried about you, too. We'll keep this our secret this time, but don't let it happen again.
Okay, I understand. A monster!
A monster? How did it get here? Something about this one doesn't look right. Don't be afraid. I'm here with you. Now stand up and get out of here.
But...
Run back home. Don't you worry. Gramps here is a knight.
But you have no sword.
The knights who arrived later defeated the monster. Its power far exceeded what is normal. Adorno fought it tooth and nail to buy time until they arrived.
Adorno! Adorno!
It's fine. You know my condition. I wouldn't have made it this far without your help. Fighting one last time to save others sure makes me feel more like a knight than lying in bed ever did. I'm sorry to do this to you now. I know you worked hard on those treatments. Lowen, the title of Benevolent Knight, and the 5th Company's captaincy. If you don't want them, just let them go. Be true to yourself. That's all that matters.
Lowen, come with me for a moment. The investigative team's analysis shows that the monster that attacked Adorno bears Ursa's mark. Do you still intend to remain silent now that things have got this far? This isn't an interrogation. You can remain silent if you wish, but I hope you'll choose to come clean.
I'll talk. I'll confess everything and accept whatever punishment awaits, but please, please give me one more night. Tomorrow I'll go to the Knights of Favonius and explain everything. I swear it on my honor as a knight.
That's the first time I've heard you swear such an oath in all this time we've worked together.
I know it doesn't carry much weight.
Then let's use the Benevolent Knight's name to balance the scales. Please, keep your promise this time, Lowen.
I'm sorry, Theodore. I'd intended to make Lowen captain and leave my title to you. I know how much you've yearned for that title since you were little.
It's not your fault, Mr. Adorno. I don't possess the talent that helped Owen pass the Knight's exam so easily. Years of work. And I'm still stuck as a training medic. How could I ever inherit your title?
Medics, knights, we're all protecting people, aren't we? The way I see it, you earn that title every day.
No. In truth, I've done so much wrong. And what I'm about to do is worse still.
Oh, looks like the sensor's
So
a
you
little
agreed
off.
to his request, just like that?
What else should I have done? Ask him to submit a report for my approval? Please, spare us both. I know how much Adorno means to him, so I trust the weight of his vow.
There once was a man who made many promises to my father in the name of chivalry. Yet in the end, he betrayed their friendship. Warped obsessions and the passage of time can turn friends into foes as easily as the wind changes its course.
Quoting Crepus, are we? That really takes me back.
Did you guys all know each other back in the day?
Once, there were 3 spirited young men who imagined their futures together. One was a rich young master. He dreamed of becoming a knight, but ended up inheriting the family winery. Next came the hot-headed rule breaker, who ended up leading the Knights of Favonius. And the last one obtained neither the wealth he desired, nor the power he yearned for. Obsession was all that was left, piling up day after day into a towering spire.
Is that how Eric let the doctor worm his way in?
Eric made his own choices, no matter what was said to him. I understand his reasoning, but that doesn't mean I pity him. And it certainly doesn't mean I'll make the same mistakes again. I'm keeping a close eye on my subordinates this time.
Bad news!
Hey, I haven't finished talking yet.
That voice! Did it come from where Adorno was just now?
He's dead.
Leedsburg, what's going on here?
Adorno's gone? Lowen and Theodore too?
I don't know. I was on patrol and I saw the door was wide open. I looked inside and everything was like this. Captain Adorno couldn't have gotten out of bed in his condition. Could someone have taken him away?
Grandmaster, it's an emergency. Vice Captain Lowen barreled straight through our patrols and headed for the outskirts.
That kid. Seriously.
Did he leave any sort of message?
Message? He looked like he was in a hurry. All he said was out of the way before rushing off. Well, of course. But you know how fast he is. I'm afraid we...
Track him as far as you can. Leave the rest to us. D-Luke, honorary knight, I'm counting on you to help me with this one.
There's a letter literally on the desk. Literally, there's a letter on the desk and you didn't even bother to check.
We're way behind schedule.
Is this as far as we were able to track him? Well, he's not known as the 5th Company's sharpest arrow for nothing. Gone in a flash.
If you want to praise him, save it for later. Don't we have any more clues?
The dew on this grass is cold. Probably the effects of elemental energy.
Oh-ho! You really are something, eh, Honorary Knight? Still, being spotted by witnesses and leaving traces, that's not the Lowen I know.
Do you think he wants to be followed?
Whether he's in a rush to complete something, or stop something from happening, our task remains the same.
Yep, let's get going. We've got to get to the bottom of this.
I think I'm gonna grab a bowl of ice cream in a bit. I saw a crab and now I can't find it. Crabs for grabs.
Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda.
These metal scraps and vessels. It's like leading the expedition through Snezhnaya again.
Your earlier conjecture appears correct. This place indeed looks like an experiment site, left behind by one of the Doctor's segments. No wonder the Knights of Favonius have failed to discover the entrance for so many years. It was most likely his handiwork.
And once the concealment faded, someone discovered this place before us, restarting the experiments on Ursa's flesh and blood.
You don't think it was...
What a pain. How many more test subjects do we need to catch? What are you looking at? Stay put, and don't cause any trouble.
Sir, the new subjects are here. This brat's real vicious. Took a lot of work to quiet him down.
Interesting. I'll take a look myself. Rejoice! You shall soon surpass the common clay of this world. You shall cross into the realm of the extraordinary.
The experiment results have been confirmed. The serum dosage still requires adjustment.
I told you, don't cause trouble.
Was that a projection formed using memory?
Seems like a trap laid to slow our advance.
A trap? Could it be Lowen again?
Nah. That kid would have come up with something way more deadly. In any case, Lowen isn't the only one who was captured by Eric and is familiar with this kind of magic.
You don't look like you're here to assist.
On the contrary, I believe ending this as soon as possible is the best way to help you.
In this? Is that what you're saying now? Back when the test subjects were escaping left, right, and center? Back when I was ready to give up? Who was it who said I should keep going? Did all the test subjects escape?
You shouldn't experiment on yourself so soon, Theodore. Did you think that discovering Eric's lab and taking control of Dottoro's apparatus would be enough to help you restart their experiments? Look at you. You can barely lift a finger. Helpless to do anything but watch your test subjects flee.
Lowen, are you here to stop me?
Ice cream.
Quite the opposite. Who do you think kept those monsters from eating you?
You took care of them?
I also plan to deal with the ones that fled into the wild. If you ignore them, the Knights of Favonius will follow them right back to your doorstep.
Why are you helping me?
I know what you intend to do with the flesh and blood of Ursa the Drake. I've read the examination report you wrote for Adorno. Old and frail, a mass of old injuries. One day you won't wake up. No one will be surprised. Without extraordinary intervention, that is.
I hid it! Even Adorno himself didn't see it.
Don't be so shocked. We're companions, both rescued by the benevolent knight. Did you really think I wouldn't notice your changes?
Is that why you're willing to keep my secret?
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I sincerely hope Adorno can live a while longer. It'd save me from inheriting any unnecessary responsibilities. But what I'm more interested in is power. Aren't you concerned that your monster experiments have hit a bottleneck and that your own body can't bear Ursa's power? In that case, use me as your test subject.
Without you, we'd never have come this far. We're finding the serum, continuing the experiments, bringing Adorno here? Were these ideas not all yours, Lowen?
That's right. And that's why I'm also prepared for failure.
Failure? We're so close. As long as you don't blow our cover, we've still got a shot. Lowen, listen to me. The Ursa serum works. Adorno's improving. He can get out of bed on his own now. If it weren't for you, I don't think he would have lasted the week. But I can only add low concentration serum to Adorno's meals and medication for now. it won't cure the root cause.
Is that so? Oh, that's good to hear. The smoother your experiments go, the greater my hopes of mastering this power.
Do you think you could find the time to see him? He talks about you often.
I'll pass. I'd really rather not listen to his nagging. Besides, unnecessary contact only increases the risk of exposure. We're running out of time. The Knights of Favonius will notice something is wrong sooner or later, no matter how many tricks we pull. They'll only work for a time. How much longer until you have complete control?
Soon. Very soon. Thanks to your help, the serum's power has stabilized substantially. Though, I wouldn't call it a gentle concoction.
Don't go using it on the old man to save time.
Of course not. You're overthinking this. I know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh, so you say. Everyone assumes they know what they're doing right up until trouble lands on their doorstep.
If that day ever comes, feel free to slap some sense into me.
Blow our cover. Do you think the Knights never suspected? Who do you think was delaying the investigation? How many times do I have to say this? We were gambling from the start. With our time, the Knights' time, and the time Adorno has left. If you lose a fight, you retreat. If you lose a bet, you accept it. Linger on the battlefield or at the gambling table, and we're bound to lose even more.
What do you want to do then? Stand by and watch him die?
Wake up already. In his present state, the serum would kill him. Would you prefer that?
I haven't given up yet. I completed the final refinements before you arrived. This is the refined high-concentration serum. So long as I use this, even you won't be able to stop me. You can refuse to cooperate. That's fine. It just brings me back to where I began. I'll finish this myself.
Relying on hazy childhood memories, Theodore was the first to find this place, restarting Eric's experiments to prolong Adorno's life. But at some point, the experiment failed, and the monsters escaped. Lowen then discovered him and offered his assistance, allowing him to continue extracting serum from Ursa the Drake. That appears to be the full picture.
What do you intend to do with them?
I'll leave that headache to Jean and the others to deal with later. Let them decide the appropriate course to take. For now, I'm more concerned about the remains of Ursa's flesh, buried here beneath the ground.
Ew. Sounds ominous. There we go. I got my ice cream.
I
Cool off a
wonder
bit.
when I'll be as tall as my big sister. Go, Barbara, go!
Wait, that door can open?
According to the experimental logs, extracting high-concentration serum requires repeatedly stimulating Ursa's flesh to increase its activity.
There's an ominous feeling growing stronger by the second. Prepare for battle.
Oh my god, this ice cream is melting like no tomorrow. Mm. Oh wow, this is a very good batch. It's very cloudy. No wonder it's melting quicker. Like bowing into a fluffy cloud.
Why? I used the highest concentration possible.
You're weak. And you don't even have the self-awareness to realize it.
Self-awareness? What right do you have to talk to me about self-awareness? You lost control once before as well.
And that's how I know we can't go on. If the price for saving Adorno's life is his very self, then we won't be saving him. But the monster he'll become. Take a long, hard look in the mirror. Are you really the person he chose to inherit the benevolent name?
I won't accept this! I can't accept this!
When was the last time I embraced the two of you like this? In the blink of an eye. You've grown too big for hugs.
Adorno?
How did you...
I heard everything. You've been helping me cling on, haven't you? It's thanks to both of you I have this chance to hug you once again. Just like old times. All that's left to say is, it's all right. It's over now. Why the tears? It wouldn't do for the benevolent knight to check out by making kids cry now, would it? Promise me, you'll see me off with a smile.
I just don't want to watch you.
Isn't it enough that you're here by my side?
Adorno! Theodore!
This issue has been resolved, I take it?
Not entirely.
What was that sound?
I knew it.
Somebody angry.
You had to stimulate Ursa's flesh beyond the high-risk threshold to extract the necessary serum. If its power is allowed to continue overflowing, all nearby life forms will be affected. Just like the plants here and those monsters we saw earlier. Why are you still trying to act tough? You can barely lift a finger right now, can you? I know that feeling. Hand it over, and then get out of the way and watch.
The key to the underground is in the lining of my coat. Please, destroy Ursa the Drake's flesh and its power.
Goodbye, Adorno.
Go. That power was never meant to linger in this world.
So is that thing still alive?
Past this point, that's where Eric and the doctor conducted their experiments on Ursa, isn't it?
Sure is. A madman seeking power and an angel who chose it. What a farce.
One that we're about to bring the curtain down on.
Ursa the Drake's residual power is not to be underestimated. Eyes on the prize, everyone. This'll be a tough fight!
Oh! What was that noise over there?
Monsters. Captured for experiments long ago. They survived until now thanks to the doctor's apparatus and Ursa's power. I added quite a few to their number myself. Looks like they're getting restless.
Are you sure your cages are sturdy? We could do without them complicating our fight with Ursa.
Well, if they were sturdy, I wouldn't have had to work so hard to clean up previous escapees. But don't worry, they won't disturb you. I guarantee it.
Lovely. That ice cream was delicious. Absolutely delicious.
The ambitions of old subordinates. Revenge for beloved family. Those are your grudges to settle, are they not? In much the same manner, you just leave the monsters I captured to me. Oh, one last thing. Vice Captain of the Knights of Favonius, 5th Company, requesting permission to attack.
Ha! Finally reporting in before you sortie, huh? Give him hell, Lowen. And don't die. That's an order.
In that case, please dispose of Ursa at your earliest convenience.
Traveler, should we help him?
Oh, looks like that kid's friendship fee wasn't a complete waste after all, huh?
Can he handle them all?
Trust him just as he trusts us. After all, he's set to become the youngest captain since your appointment.
Eric, Rerir, Dottore, and now Ursa. Guess I'm not destined to rise to such challenges. But ordinary people, we have our own battles to fight.
So go. Settle things with your obsessions. Once and for all!
Let's fight!
Where did the big one go? Did he die already?
Leave none standing. Things seem pretty intense over there too, huh? That's a battle between legends and a drink for you. Now's no time for deception. Lambs to the slaughter. Tremble. I won't judge. Bet you weren't ready for this.
With me! Charge! Your verdict is...
Now, be gone! Wanna leave, do you? Can you hear Ursa's call? Or is it the serum you smell? Well, I'm afraid that just won't do. Behind me stand not only heroes who battle wicked dragons, but slow, fragile mortals too.
So... come at me! Each and every one of you!
Why did you crush it? Now you have glass in your hand, you idiot.
Their strength and bloodthirst increased in equal measure, and consumed by madness, they even attacked each other.
This is the refined high concentration serum. So long as I use this.
Yes! Good! Come get your fill! Not one of you will get past me! Leave none standing, like lambs to the slaughter. Let's fight!
Rejoice! You shall soon surpass the common clay of this world. You shall cross into the realm of the extraordinary.
Once, you believed you could control your fate by killing power.
Slow, weak, powerless, mortal.
Then, your paltry arrogance was smashed by power beyond reason.
Except that we should send our strongest warrior to fight non-Christ battles.
You are not special. That is the truth. One you once thought you had accepted.
What do you want to do then? Stand by and watch him die?
Yet you will not suffer a mundane death to befall you. You are not wrong, you never have been. Power is the sole solution to all things. It is how we grasp destiny by the throat. It is how we resist even death. You simply lack enough of it, not even close. Unless you accept this gift. Power means are neither good nor evil. Have you not always believed so? Caught up abysmal power, seeking aid from a coven of witches, leaning on to find favor. Is there any difference? Are mortals unworthy of power? Now then, accept my strength, my guidance.
You're right. Power is just power. It's humanity's arrogance and stupidity that invite destruction.
Not so talkative now, hmm? You embrace mediocrity. You spurn my counsel.
What I desire, I'll take with my own two hands. If I accept your guidance, I wouldn't be the master of that power now. Would I? Be gone. I have no need for power I don't control.
Lowen! Wake up! Lowen!
Lowen!
Are you trying to burst my eardrums? I was just taking a quick nap. That fight took a lot out of me, you know.
Never thought I'd hear you say something like that.
I didn't inject myself with it. Just used it to attract the monsters. Can't exactly deal with out-of-control monsters when I'm going berserk myself, can I? Plus, wouldn't want you finishing off Ursa just to turn around and have to deal with me. There's still a little in my system from previous experiments, though. That stuff gives you a real headache.
Ursa's flesh has been destroyed. There shouldn't be any further risk of activation.
I see. Totally obliterated, huh? What about Adorno and Theodore?
A reinforcement showed up. I had the Knights escort them back. As for Theodore's punishment, and yours, I'll look into it later. Stay with him until the very end, you hear?
Thank you, Grandmaster.
Another character bites the dust.
Do not stand by my grave and cry. My life I gave to wipe tears dry. Here rests the
benevolent knight. This epitaph suits you, old man.
Who chews bubblegum while visiting a grave?
Hmm? Oh, you're to see Adorno too, are you? Hey, want some gum? You always like messing around with this stuff. Said it made the kids happy. Pretty sure he'd be glad to receive candy on the other side. I had nothing else to do during confinement, so I made candy to stave off the boredom.
Oh, no wonder we didn't see you at the award ceremony. You were in solitary confinement the whole time, huh?
That wasn't all. Our dear, reasonable acting Grandmaster Jean handed down 2 other punishments. The Knights have decided to rescind my commendation and not promote me to captain. The title of Benevolent Knight is to be buried with Adorno. The position of 5th Company Captain will also remain vacant, for the time being.
Is that really okay?
To quote Varka, look, Mondstadt did just fine for a long time with only an acting Grandmaster, right? And it's all the more so for the title of Benevolent Knight. I will not allow anyone unworthy to inherit it, even if the unworthy successor is me.
Paimon suddenly felt like that title suited you for a second. Must have been her imagination, eh?
You think so? I prefer a different title, really. The ends justify the means knight. The a win is a win knight. The punching bag knight. Sounds alright, too. That said, it seems this sinner will have to win a few more battles first before getting his next commendation. Of course. After all, someone once told me, acknowledging my limits is the first step towards transcending the mundane. I'll keep winning, no matter what it takes. Relax. Learning from our mistakes is part and parcel of getting stronger, no? Besides, I know why I pursue power. Forgetting what you wanted in the first place? That would be true defeat. Do I look like that kind of idiot to you? It's food for thought. Best to have someone on hand to help if something does go wrong. In that case, until I'm strong enough to shoulder everything on my own, don't grow old on me, all right?
I swear, there it is. I saw a coin. And there it is. Well, since that's basically the end, until new content gets released, it's gonna be on a hold for a while. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.